In a state like Oregon, there are so many reasons to go on the road and let the asphalt unwind our state's secrets. Hi there, Grant McComey here, your host for Travel Oregon's Grant's Getaways. And this week we let the asphalt unwind into a place you've likely missed, into the Cascade Mountain foothills, where we discover a backcountry byway that leads to a water-based recreation mecca for boating and fishing. We're going to Greene Lake. The great pleasure about travel from this place to that are unexpected surprises you find along the way. In the broad-shouldered Willamette Valley, pry the splendors of spring from a unique point of view inside the covered bridges of Linn County. Or perhaps stop in at Roaring River Fish Hatchery along the way, a place to learn more too.
They're coming out to look at the fish. While they're here, we want to try to give them something more to look at, something that will educate them and raise their level of knowledge about what happens. A place they can sit down and relax. They can come out and actually enjoy more than just a few minutes walking around the hatchery. They can enjoy an afternoon.
And then head into the Cascade Mountain foothills near Sweet Home, Oregon, and quickly discover this Oregon county is huge, gargantuan, expansive.
A lot of people, they look at the beautiful Willamette Valley, and you've got all that beautiful farmland down there, but more than half of the county is actually forested, and a lot of people I don't think realize that. The Willamette National Forest takes up a considerable amount of the county. There's a lot to offer.
It's country that cries out for closer inspections, and for a bit of unhurried heaven on earth, consider Greene Lake for boating and camping adventures.
It's remote, but it's close. One of the biggest bodies of water in the state of Oregon, and it's kind of hidden.
At 3,700 acres, Greene Lake is home to all kinds of recreation: skiing, swimming, boating, and fishing. Well, howdy, Kent. How are you this morning?
Good.
Anglers like Kent Cannon try their trolling luck for trout or kokanee. He uses a depth finder and downrigger to find and reach the fish that swim up to 100 feet deep, and bait that's right out of the kitchen cupboard called shoe peg corn.
It's the sweetness. And the reason for the shoe peg is it's got long kernels, so they're easy to hook, and they're also firmer. I was just gonna lift him into the boat. Oh man.
Cannon's been coming to Greene for years, drawn by its convenience and plentiful fisheries. The Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife manages the lake for kokanee and trout. Pan-sized trout.
We stock about 50,000 catchable rainbow each year for folks, and we've been currently stocking about 50,000 fingerling-sized kokanee to augment what natural production occurs in the basin. It's huge. This is one huge lake. It is a very popular area. We get a lot of recreational use, but not to the extreme that we see in some of the other areas like Detroit or Foster.
Nearby, Whitcomb Creek County Park is perfectly suited for a multiple-day stay. Built by the Army Corps of Engineers, the campground offers 39 sites for tent or trailer. All of the sites offer plenty of elbow room to stretch out in a pleasant wooded setting.
You can come up here maybe and find that experience and not as crowded as you can in other places. We've got a place that's probably for a lot of people still unexplored.
Soon the roadway calls you back on western approach into the Cascade Mountains, where Doug Fir and Hemlock flank a route called the Quartzville Backcountry Byway.
More or less a wild river, although it's called Quartzville Creek. The scenic quality is outstanding as you go up there. When you talk about the hour and a half from the main valley floor, from I-5, that's not a bad trip.
Dispersed camping is very popular up here. They've had it up here for the last 30 years. It's one of the few areas that you can camp for free. A lot of the dispersed camping is right on the lake and the Quartzville arm that goes into the Greene Reservoir.
The Quartzville Backcountry Byway meanders past Greene Lake along the clear, cool waters of Quartzville Creek. It's an amazing corridor of old-growth trees, accentuated by rocky outcroppings and wildflowers. The mature old growth, some trees estimated to be 450 years old, tower more than 200 feet tall. Taken together, there are so many reasons to visit. It's an area rich with scenery and activities. Once explored, you'll never want to leave. As we approach the Memorial Day holiday weekend, it's important to note it's the unofficial kickoff to the boating and camping season, and also the start of National Boating Safety Week. Experts advise that if you head out on the water this year, wear a properly fitting Coast Guard approved personal flotation device, a life vest, and appropriate for the activity you're doing. You can find more information about National Boating Safety Week, as well as all the directions and details to reach Greene Peter Lake and the Quartzville Backcountry Byway right here on the Travel Oregon website. So until next week, get out here and explore the great Oregon outdoors, and let Travel Oregon be your guide. For Travel Oregon, I'm Grant McComie.